Hello guys, welcome to week number 3 of the UBL, where we're up against OPJellicent and his Toronto Leaf Storms. He is, I believe, undefeated as of right now. Well, we are 1-1, so hopefully we can kind of keep the trend of last week going, though his team is pretty disgusting, to be honest. Like, this is the matchup. He has a Megaladios, he also has a Manaphy. And that's basically enough for me. Also has Rotom Heat, and Rotom Heat is not my thing because it stops Katana right in strike. But I will quickly, like you can see, we will keep this here for like approximately 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, I'm removing it again. We are talking about the team, so you could have paused. Don't blame me. First of all, we have Incineroar, who I think we can pretty much call the MVP for last week. But it is slightly different that we don't have T-Snatch this week. Instead, we just have Incendium MC, and then U-Turn, Dark Lariat, Flablet, Sword Stance. It helps with something to it just helps that Psychic moves isn't spammable for Megaladios. And we can set up and we can kind of maybe break a lot of things, or just do a lot of damage to something. So that's the hope. Like, it's not going to sweep like last week, but it just heavily dent his team is kind of the goal. Then we have Suicune also, you know, debuting for the team. With Skull, Rest, Sleep Talk, Raw, it's going to do Suicune things, and there was just like a bee trying to fly into my window, so it's just going to do Suicune things, and it's just going to take physical hits for days. And I was quite torn between Raw and Calm Mind, but because he has something, he has Manaphy, and he has Latios, who can otherwise like set up on Suicune. I did not really feel that comfortable bringing Calm Mind, so it ended up being Raw instead. So it's a bit more. It's not as, what do you call it? I'm doing this. It's not helping at all. It's a bit more passive, but I think it should hopefully be better for this week. Then we have one of our winning conditions, which is Katana making its debut again this season. Leaf Blade, Smart Strike, Knock Off, and Defog. And that might seem a bit weird with the Defog, especially because I was like, oh, I will have Donphan and Zapdos who are good at removing hazards, and they're not going to remove hazards, spoiler alert, because Donphan isn't here and Zapdos will do something else. It's only if we get into a situation where it's really nice to remove the hazards that they are bothering us, and we can do it on the safe switch. And then, like, Leaf Blade, Smart Strike to hopefully we have things chipped down enough to be able to kind of, you know, lock ourselves into a move at the end. Kind of depends on what he brings. And then just knock off to catch, again, like something like Rotom on the switch. Because Rotom is so safe to switch into this that it's not even funny. Then we have Zapdos, who has the most exciting moveset ever with Thunderbolt, Roost, Substitute, and Toxic. I know what you're thinking. This is most likely my lead. It's really fast, so it's actually speed time with Manaphy if he's running like timid. And doing a lot to it, which in and of itself is quite nice because Manaphy is, like, it's not his team move user, but it's still pretty scary, but so yeah. And we can get up sub if he does something like a Powder, get off a Toxic on things, and just like stay alive for quite a while, hopefully. Then we have Diancie, who can also hopefully be like a backup winning condition in case it doesn't really work with Katana with Moonblast, Power Gem, Rock Polish, and Magnerize. Because he could have a bit of Moose Loss Syndrome on the Hippowdon. And I don't think it's super very must have for him to have Whirlwind on his Hippowdon. And if he doesn't have it, then we can take a Magnerize, because he's probably going to have like Stealth Rock, Slag Out, Slag Off. It's called Slag Off, Earthquake, and then something like Toxic, right? And if he doesn't Whirlwind, that means that suddenly, if we get up a Magnerize, he can't touch me. And we are free-shotting him, I believe, with Power... No, not Power Gem. Moonblast, unless it's like crazily Assault Vest something, we should be free-shotting him. So that would be something that we could set up a Rock Polish against, potentially. And that could be pretty cool. Then lastly, we have Lancer, because Lancer was pretty good. So we have an Assault Vest Lancer, because then we can also take a couple of special hits. That feels good, right? Just kind of, you know, destroy Rotom's life a little bit. Also because he had a Gorgeist, and we tried. First of all, I didn't practice as much as I wanted to. I got home pretty late, and I was tired, and I was smelly, and I was hangry, and I'm only basically solved the smelly part. But Gorgeist was such a problem, and I don't know where I went with that. I feel like I ended it before I even finished. Okay, I haven't solved this lantern. It's modest, it's fully specially defensive, and it's just wall switching, discharging, scalding, and ice beam. Because ice beam is super nice against the thing called, you know, Latios. Latios. I swear I've done this before. And if you bring Sawsbucks, then we also have something other than Sinwall to hit that pretty hard. So that's the team. I will be back when we're about to jump into it, so sit tight. Okay, so we're jumping into it, and I am nervous as heck. As usual, and he's ready for it. I'm not ready for it. I'm so much not ready for it. What is he bringing? Also, I got my sticky notes ready, so it's something. He does bring Gramble and Copenhagen. Okay, there's a Manaphy. That's okay. Not too Latios. I wonder what's the Gramble for. Stop Katana. It's not stopping Katana for anything. What does Gramble do against my team? It can roar. That is something. It can definitely roar. Unless, not if it's Solvist. Rosum Heat, not unexpected. And Copenhagen. Okay. I also need to fix it up here. Because he brought Latios, Manaphy, no Weavile. He bought on yeah. Crobat, no, that's quite nice. Copenhagen, and oh guys, Gramble is there. Okay, who Gramble's down here? Wait, who's the last one? Who am I missing? I will click Sapmore still though. It still has a decent matchup. Except everything that isn't Latios, basically. Yes. And I will find out. I think it's Copenhagen. Yeah, Copenhagen. Copenhagen is the one that's hiding. Oh, look at this beautiful, beautiful being that I really don't want to face because Verisian have kind of been the bane of my existence, and I can see Copenhagen being the exact same. I'm going to click. Oh, that's timing. Cheers on that, and hopefully cheers to hopefully an exciting game. Like that's the goal. At the end of the day, I just want to have good games. Like that's kind of like entertaining games. Then it could be whatever it is, says the person who's bringing toxic Zapdos. Roy. Who's Roy? That's Rotom. Okay. That is not too bad. Not too bad. I guess I just click Toxic. Like, unless it's Scarf, he's going to be slower than me. It could also be like some kind of choice Scarf, and that would be quite sad. Okay, we get off a Toxic. A Toxic Rotom is a good Rotom. He could also Toxic me. Actually. But I didn't want to do it in case he goes for the Wall Switch. Which he didn't. Okay. That made it sub-Toxic a bit worse. Not gonna lie. I could have gone for the substitute so easily. Ugh. I already have regrets and it's turn 1. That's promising. I just didn't, like, if he was going for Volt Switch, I didn't really want to go for the substitute, just to him break it and Volt Switch out. That was kind of the thing. Kind of the thing. Is he staying in? I don't know. I don't know. He could just be Volt switching out. No, he just Toxics again. No. No. I'm okay getting damage off. He could be like a pain split sort of deal. It could be a pain split sort of deal. That's the only thing that I really don't like about this position. But he just Toxic and Toxic. And I don't like Toxic. Toxic in my Toxic on the Toxic. I'm going to Thunderbolt. I'm going to see what he's going to do. He stays in. Does he pain split? He could, very well. He Volt switches this time, okay. So he has Toxic, Volt switch. Toxic Volt switch. It was like a 40-ish? Something around that. We also didn't see an item, I believe. I don't think we saw leftovers. 8-way. Okay. I feel like I'm going Suicune. Because he could set up, and that is quite scary, and Suicune can take any one hit, probably 2 hits. Maybe I should do Calyx for the first time this game. Suicune against Latios of the Mega variety. It's probably more... If he's Psychic, he's going to do a heck of a lot, let's just say that. Psyshock is actually also going to do a heck of a lot. Can he kill my Incineroar? Can he kill my Incineroar? Latios. Seriously, if I had clicked Substitute on the first turn, I would have been so much happier. I mean, Earthquake does a lot. What does Dragon? Something like Dragon Force do. A lot. Would that kill Zapdos? I feel like I have to do it anyway. Oh. Okay. Let's see. If it's going to Dragon Dance, I will be quite sad. Or maybe it's actually the better, because now he's intimidated. He is intimidated. And the Ice Beams, okay. Okay. That was quite nice. That did not do a lot. Basically sent me down to 161. I did like a solid 22% with an Ice Beam, and we know he has the Ice Beam. That's knowledge. 22. Is he like modest to do that? He could be modest potentially. Modest? Would he switch? Potentially yes. That could definitely be a thing that's happening. Could definitely be a thing that's happening. Okay, you draw, so I'm glad I clicked U-turn. Okay, that's into the Grand Ball. Okay. Modest question mark. And he's a 100. That did a solid... nothing. That did a solid nothing. What do I have that deals with the Grand Ball? I don't know. Because if we know nothing. We know nothing. I mean, I don't think we know anything, actually. Grand Ball. We did like 5% with U-turn and we are intimidated. That seems like a quite physically defensive, potentially. But it could still be Assault Fist. That's like the ugly thing. But if it's not, Moonblast does a lot. But if it is, Moonblast does not do a lot. Maybe just going to Suicune, because we are physically defensive, so we can just about take any hit. And we can fire off a Scald. We can fire off a Scald. Because he only has like Manaphy or the... what's it called? Latios to switch into it. What does Lantern actually do to Latios of the Mega variety? If you do this, I don't know. Is it Calm Mind? We have a small chance to do 50%, depending on the spread. Depending on the spread. He withdraws. into one of those. Roy. Are you sacking off your Roy? Yeah. Okay. Oh, bye. Suigoon. Okay. Quite interesting. Quite interesting. Ultimate. That's Manaphy. That's definitely Manaphy. I will roar. I will show that I will roar you out. Yeah, I'm glad I roared you out. Away with you. No, it has Sail Glow. Sail Glow. Out with you. A Gramble. A Love. I sort of kind of want to go into Zapdos. No, what would he switch in? He was in something like Latios. He would switch in something like Latios. If he even would switch something in. And I'm pretty sure that we do nothing. This is even a bit naive and we do like 4%. Just saying that's not too good. I don't want to go Incineroar though, since Manaphy could still come in. Would he though? I feel like he is either going to go for an attack or he's going to go into the Latios. Let's see. Let's see. We're playing Frisky now. We're playing Frisky. Playing Frisky. It's Toxic. Okay. He's just Toxic. Zapdos would have been quite nice then. What can you do to me though? I mean, he could have Earthquake. He is intimidated. We don't do that much to him though. We don't do that much to him. Oh, no, this is crit. Let's see. Yeah. The thing is, if he switches Manaphy in... Would he switch? Would he switch? That's the thing. I don't know if he could be someone that has, like, Protect. I need to make a decision. I sort of kind of want to scout with U-turn. See what he does. He stays in. Okay. He's down to 84-ish, which is a lot. I'm considering going Zapdos. I kind of want to see. Play Ruffs. Doesn't do a lot. We can Roost. We can just Roost. We kind of have to Roost. Yes, we will Roost. It could say, hey, Latias, get in here. Which, you know, it didn't. He just keeps on play roughing. Doesn't want to get Toxic? Okay, he's not getting Toxic. Let's say that. I mean, that is smart. It is smart. But we know he's not AV. So we actually do quite a bit with the Thunderbolt. I think we just click it. Because we can roost next turn with still living player of plus toxic. It could also send him into the Latios. But a roost would do that on the same phase, so I get to kind of scout if he's okay or not. He withdraws into what? Sloth. That's a Powdon. Okay. That's smart. He gets to get up the rocks. But I can also potentially get him on a timer. Though it does leave Zapdos a bit more useless, but it would help the NC in the end game. Except we miss. Except we miss, and I don't know if we're living Sandstorm plus Toxic. Ah, Zapdos. Oh, I think we should with the leftovers. I think we should survive. I think we should. On 9. Can he do anything to me? I don't know that he can. I will just click Roost. Okay, I'm getting off my Roost. What does he do? Earthquakes. Okay. That was a brain fart and Zapdos is dead. Okay. That was silly. That was so silly. Where is Hippowdon? It is still Frog. EQ. And it KO'd Zapdos because I am silly. KO'd. KO's Zap. I cannot even read my own letters. Well, I have this thing called Suicune. I do have this thing called Suicune. I disappointed myself. Quite a bit. I mean, he still kind of sort of has switches to this. I think he's more likely to be specially defensive though. So he would actually take this pretty well. But I don't know if it's worth it. Like, he's either going to stay in and go for Toxic, or he's going to go into Manaphy or Latios. But I'm going to Scald, and we're going to see. He withdraws. Okay, into what? Ultimate, that's the Latios. That's the... No, that was this thing. Okay. How much does an energy ball do to me? Because I feel like it does a lot. I feel like it does a heck of a lot. Energy ball. Doesn't actually do that much, but it does more than I really want to take, considering I am at... We have 182, 87%. Don't want to risk anything, though. Because obviously, like, Katana takes it easy peasy. Easy peasy, easy peasy. But, the thing is, if he goes for something else, like Ice Beam, would do a lot. A lot. Yeah. Might regret it. Might regret it. Energy ball. Okay, that's fine. We eat that. See, that's delicious. That was even a crit. That was even a crit, and it did more than I like. How much do we do to anything? How much do we do to like a Cobalion with the grass. A leaf blade. Not too much. Gramble? Gramble. Not too much. Not too much. So we could just defog. We could just defog. Or I go lantern. Or I go directly lantern. I think I try and go directly lantern. We outspeed, surprisingly. Haha, no. Okay. My draws into what? Grand ball. Grand boy. I was about to completely mess that up too. Okay, where's my lantern? That's Rikun. Where's my lantern? That's my lantern. Against a grand ball. It's nice and physically defensive, we believed. I mean, Discharge Skull does a lot, both. A Discharge can paralyze something like Eladios coming in. And we get to wear this thing down a lot. He can Toxic me, which, again, quite unfortunate. Mega Diancie is not Mega yet. And I don't want my Diancie, you know. Don't want that Toxic. How much do I need to get things shipped down to, though? I think Manaphy would probably need around 50%, I think, for Diancie to kill it. At least. That is nothing. We need 20-something on Cobalion. And I believe from what we've seen this far, we can set up on the... I did a nice chunk. You play Ross, okay. That's a decent chunk. Oh yeah, true, we have the vest. We have the Vest of Assaults. I didn't even look how much we did. How much did he have coming in? He had like 84. And he is down to 36. I did like around 40%. I don't think Volt Switch kills him. And I think it's just, I think he could just potentially let it go down. Like, I don't think he switched. Oh, he actually does. What do you switch in? Your gateway. I was so close to thinking, oh, he's not going to switch out, so there's no reason clicking Ice Beam. There was potentially a reason. That was a pretty good reason. Do we just Ice Beam this thing? Or do we Discharge? He has a pretty good likelihood of just killing me, but I kind of don't really want to switch anything into it. Is the problem. And it would bring in Diancie for free. He goes for an EQ. Okay, so he shows that he's mixed. EQ. So he takes out Lantern. That's both my electric types. RIP. All the electric types are just dead at this point. Okay, we get Diancie and we get to Mega Evolve. We get to Mega Evolve. He's not modest then. Oof. Do we risk it anyway? I put myself into the position. Okay, he switches out. Okay, we get to see how much it does to this Powder. And we can set up the Magnet Rise. Like, the only reason to set up a Rock Polish would be for potentially Scarfed Cobalion. But right now, we're not killing Cobalion. Anyway, that did close to 50%. That did like a solid 45. Just solid 45. To hit Powder. I'm pretty sure that's especially defensive. Careful. No, not calm. Careful. Yeah, that's probably... I think we set up the Magnerize, and we just kind of see what he does. Because he shouldn't... He's like offs. Okay. I would just keep on Moonblasting. Would have been nice to land, you know, the first Toxic. Like, it could have been great. Could have been great. I have more Moonblast than he has Slack Offs. He draws into what? Copenhagen? No, Gramble. Okay, he's sagging it. But I feel like I have to switch anyway if he goes into Copenhagen. I feel like he could scuff me. He could scuff me for life. Scuff me for life. Don't scuff me for life. That's not nice. He goes into this thing. Which makes sense, because I cannot kill him, and he can definitely kill me. So that is something, and he has a pretty safe energy ball, to be honest. He does have a pretty safe energy ball. He does. How much does Katana take from Surf? Quite a bit. We had 103. And 72%. So actually an Ice Beam even has a chance to take us out. Especially after Rocks. Yeah, after Rocks it does. But would he go for an Ice Beam? I feel like we have to bang on. I'm not in a good position. I'm not in a good position. If he goes for an Ice Beam, Katana's pretty dead. Okay, he goes for the Surf. So we're still living. We're still living. Okay. He's getting down to 80%. That is nice. Did the Bowdon take some? No, I think it was close to. Yeah, it was heal, right? Yeah, because he came in on a Moonblast. Slack off. No, he only took one. Yeah, slack off as I election system. So I think he is a fool. He's a fool on those two. Thing is, we don't do a lot to Latios currently. Unless we click knock off. Which is bad if he chose to go Cobalion. Then that will be pretty awful. Smart Strike does like 50% to Latios, so that would actually also be decent. Doesn't do a lot to Cobalion though. It doesn't do a lot to this thing. But this thing is still good for him because he can still take a hit from Manaphy. I think a Smart Strike. If he doesn't switch out, I'm sad. Okay, he switches out. Okay, it's a Sloth. He could have Leaf Blade. He could have the Rindo. What would that have done? I did almost 50%. Not even close. Not even close. Not even close. Not even close. I think that was pretty bad. Not gonna lie. That looked like pretty especially defensive Smart Strike. And I do not really have a switch into this thing other than my Suicune. He could also just slag off. It is quite free, but I can't lose Katana, because Katana can win this game. But so can Diancie. Unless it's Scarf Coupelion. Scarf Coupelion is pretty bad, but it also beats Katana, because my Katana is not full speed. Not even close. Let's see. I wish I had gone for the Leaf Blade. Okay, you double. Into Pride. Okay. That is a little bit scary, because I have no idea what this thing is going to do. I will click Scold on you. And I want you out of my hood. I want you out of my hood, okay? I don't know, like, if I was like at 80 or something. Oh. No, it draws. Bit of Rod, but I don't know how much I would get out of drawing at the end of the day. Okay, nice little burn. Nice little burn. Okay, I quite clearly can't go into Katana. How much does Incineroar do for me at this point? Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. That's the thing, like, it only outspeeds the... But I can live a hit from the Latios, though, and absolutely wreck it. If I can get it in for free. But Suicune is just so good because it's good against both Coupelion and the Hippowdon, so I need it. I absolutely need it. I think Incineroar is the least useful, which feels awful to say. It's either that or Katana, but Katana just revenges Manaphy, which the rest of my team doesn't. That's the thing. That's the thing. That's the thing. I think we are pretty much going to take an energy ball to the face. Yeah. And then a surf. Yeah. Yeah, probably. Probably. And I think I just kind of need to let it happen. I'll just click the Z move in case you do something silly. Which you don't. So KO's Incineroar. It's in. Okay, he is down to... It's down to 55. It's down to 55. Is that enough for the answer to go in? Not guaranteed, even if he's like super offensive, so I actually have to go Katana. I really don't want to go Katana. But I have to, because I'm not taking the roll. We go from 26 to 18. Okay, and we can take another round. I feel like we have to click Leaf Blade at this point. Let's see. Like, he has seen me predict, so I'm kind of hoping that he won't. Okay, he stays in. Okay. Okay, Ode. By Katana. It's not enough to steamroll yet. That's the problem. It's not enough to steamroll yet. But I mean, it looks nicer. Why is this game so close? I'm hungry and I'm tired and Pride is coming in, and I feel like Pride is scarfed. I mean, Pride actually just takes a hit. That's also a thing. It just takes a hit. Let me see. Copenhagen. A +1. I kind of want to see what it does, because... Do we need Katana anymore? We have Diancie, who can pretty freely pop. We actually just need damage, so we get to know if he's scarfed at this point. Which he is. Okay, so he's scarfed. He's CC, and he's scarfed. Okay. Okay. Where's Katana? That's Katana. Okay, so he's scarfed. Close combat. I think it does too much to... I think it does too much to Diancie. I mean, there's not a one-shot. It's, even if it's adamant, it's not a one-shot. 110. Wait. We have 110. It's 88, so we go down to 86, so we go down to 76. It's not a one-shot. It should not be a one-shot. Like, even Adamant Choice Scarf, it says here, is like 76 at max. So, I mean, max roll is a one-shot. Please don't. Because if he's a -1 or -1, he should be pretty darn dead. Yeah. So we click Moonblast. Who draws? Okay, into Sloth. It goes into the Sloth. I think we kill it. We haven't seen all of his moves, though. How much does the Copenhagen do to Suicune? Because I think that is fully 100% his win condition. If it's adamant, it does 34 at max, so he's not beating Suicune. What did my stylus? And I absolutely need Diancie for the Latios. I click Moonblast. And we get to take out the Hippowdon. KO by Diancie. Okay. This thing comes in. Why is this game getting so close? Suicune is just so obvious. That's my biggest problem, that it is so obvious. It is so obvious. But an Iron Head absolutely pops me. Like, it's hot. Just going to say. But if I go into Suicune and he goes into Latios, that means we get into like this kind of shenanigan where I have to roar and he can just Side Shock because he's free to Side Shock at this point. And does a lot, and he will, I believe he does beat me 1v1 with the Latios. I mean, if he is Side Shock. No, he doesn't. That's the thing, he actually doesn't beat me 1v1. Okay, so we play it safe and we go into Suicune. Play it safe and go into Suicune. If he doesn't go for an Iron Head, I will regret it deeply. He went for the Iron Head. Okay, thank God. No regrets then. No regrets. Iron Head. We click Scald. We click Scald. We click Scald. If he's burned, can Diancie take a hit? He just... Oh, he's going from flinches. Don't get them. Okay, thank you. No, Diancie would not live a hit. We do decent chunk. That's nice damage, I would say. You know, a burn could have been really great, but we did not get a burn. I feel like I rest this turn. Yes. Who draws this turn? Okay. Into this thing. Okay. I just didn't in any way, shape, or form want to be in range for this thing. And I can see it's safe for him because I would in no way, shape, or form go into Diancie on that turn. Because Diancie, like, he can't switch into it at this point. We click Sleep Talk. Let's see. He's psychics, okay. So he's psychic. That's psychic. I definitely spelled that wrong. Okay, and that did... What did it put me down to? We got Scald, a crit, and a burn. Okay, that I'm calling luck. It doesn't really make up. I mean, I guess it actually does make up for the toxic kind of toxicness. I didn't see, but we're 144 now. It did a good chunk. It did a good chunk. I'm still about to say that he has some kind of special attack boosting nature because his moves are doing so much damage, and it doesn't really make me comfortable. He just keeps on psyching. I don't think it's a free shot. It might actually be. If it is, then I messed up. Let me get the Scald. Okay. Let's just keep on scalding. And oh, I think it was down like to 60. The problem is that Diancie doesn't really sit up on anything anymore. This thing is down to 40. I think he is kind of sort of winning with that thing. If Swigun goes down here, then he is winning with the 71. Yeah, I messed that up. Why? I cannot spell even for the life of me. Okay. Okay. I mean, it's sad, but I'm seeing it coming. It gets to be like a little okay. Oh, Suicune. And it's going to get KO'd by Diancie, and he's going to click Iron Head on the last turn and win the game. Okay. Ooh, by Diancie. Unless he brain farts and he clicks the wrong move, which is a very small probability, he got the game. I will. Oh, I actually forgot to like keep this up to date. Whoops. Whoopsie. Suicune, are you my love? I know you're dead. I know you're quite dead. And you know who's also going to be dead? Diancie. We just click this, and hey, Diancie's dead, and Copenhagen wins the game. Okay, oops. Diancie. Okay. So we do take a nice little 1-0 loss here. Of course, I mean, I would have preferred winning. I think like the worst was just like turn 1. If I'd gone for Substitute, Zapdos would have never gotten toxic, and it would actually have been there during the game. That would actually been quite nice. But it ended up being super close, and I mean, otherwise there's not really too much to be said about, other than me apparently not being able to count how much Psychic does this week. Yeah, I mean, I don't think at that point that I could even go into Diancie on a Latios Psychic. I'm going to check, and I don't know. He might not have had a special attack boost nature, but I'm going to check. Yeah, no, Diancie would have gotten popped. Diancie would have gotten popped so hard that would never have been a switch, and I would have had to call when he actually switched in the Latios on the Suicune for it to ever even be a thing. So that's it for this week. I will be back next week, and hopefully we can take a win there, and I will be going to bed because I'm super tired. So thank you guys so much for watching, and good night.